You're in Braves country. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to BMAC, Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog, he won 355, could swat flies with a changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro, he got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis, old Nixon could fly, the catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson, we were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking, the top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy, the big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler, Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni, yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z, think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying, it felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee, to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
Me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub call. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam, ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-1 lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Fuss. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Play ball!
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of the...
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside, get set for what should be a great day on Braves Country Radio. We'll go through the lineups today as the game moves along. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good afternoon, Braves country. Or good morning if you're living a little further west. See who we got in the chat here today. I know it's a weird start time, so folks will probably come and go from the chat or listen in their earbud as they're pretending to work. That's what we're here for. We got Country Club members George Pearson, the Royal PETA, Uncle Charlie Fritz, Uncle Charlie Fritz, Uncle Charlie Fritz. All right, maybe you heard me this time. Justin Hightower, Braden Quinn, Country Club members. See what else do we have here in the Country Club. I thought I saw, yeah, there he goes. My man Nathaniel Brooks. Those who have not joined the Country Club yet, we've got the Sailor, Jameson Taylor, Braden Quinn, Iron Lung, good to see you, Country Club member. I think I've gotten just about, oh, there's Jason Up and Adams, Country Club member. I think that's just about it. If I missed you, jump in the chat. Sometimes this screen jumps on me and I don't see everybody. Charlie Elrod, Country Club member. Straight Shooter, Country Club member. And I think I got George Pearson, but just in case. George Pearson, I'm sure Neil Pearson's in here. There's Travis Oswalt. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. And in case y'all missed it, real quick, want to go over a couple of the moves that were made today. Actually, we'll hit that after the break. We'll be back in a flash here for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste, perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Good afternoon, Braves Country. Couple of minor moves to not any kind of shock, but they sent Davis Daniel and Wander Suero down to the minor leagues last night, down to the AAA Gwinnett. And with that, they brought back Dylan Dodd, which is good to see him because I thought he'd pitch incredible. And Hunter Stratton, who's 6'4" right-hander. And we'll see how they play this. But we got a day off built in, so they're going to skip Davis Daniels' start is essentially what they're doing in the short term, and then probably bring somebody else up sometime next week. I'm going to go ahead and put the screen up so we can get ready to lock in the video. Got to wait for it to kick in. See if they're on the stick early today or if it's going to be a... Good to see SS Dub. To see who else, little latecomers coming in here. I think we already got Straight Shooter and... So I know we got Jameson, Nathaniel. I think we've gotten everybody. If we missed anybody, jump into the chat. Tell us where you hail from. Spencer Strider and the Atlanta Braves are wearing their home whites, top to bottom. Braves across the chest in red outlined in navy, just like the numerals on the back. Tomahawk underneath, the same, and striped in gold. Names on the back in navy. Blue ball cap, red bill, white A representing the city of Atlanta and San Francisco. They are, as we get this kicking in, so it is ready to roll. They are wearing their road grays, block lettering, San Francisco in black across the chest, outlined in orange. Black ball caps. interlocking orange FSF representing the city of San Francisco on the front of the ball cap. And we are just about set as Spencer Strider digs in. Number 99 goes to work. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Helio Ramos, the batter. The 0-1. 96. Touches the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-2. Strider's over under today for strikeouts was 7.5 if you took that out there in the desert. The 0-2. Down and away, 1-2. Left to right across the outfield for your Atlanta Braves today. You got Profar, Harris, and the Book of Eli in right field fanning out. Acuna getting the morning off. The 1-2. Tried to get him to chase that slider once again. It's 2-2. Around the horn, it's the same as it has been. Nacho, Allen, Ozzie, and Olsen. Behind the plate, you got Sean Murphy, and of course Strider on the bump. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses high and out of the zone. Full count. So a full count. Standing on deck is Rafael Devers. More on the lineup here in a second for the Giants. The payoff pitch. Caught, look at strike three. He got caught watching the paint dry. Yak him. One away. Ramos was trying to work his way aboard. He was trying to sell the whole thing and taking his shin guard off and tossed his bat like he was heading to first. That ball hit every bit of the paint. So a good start for Spencer Strider. Backwards K in your scorecard. Rafael Devers, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup, batting 259 on the year. The first pitch, 96 up top. Called for a high strike. It's 0-1. Your home plate umpire today, Ryan Wills. DJ Rayburn at first. Second base will be manned by John Lipka. And down the third base line, it's Sean Barber. The 0-1, 97 outside wide, 1-1. Ramos, the leadoff man today, and he's playing left. Devers back to designated hitting, batting second. Willie Adames stands on deck. He's at short. The 1-1 high and inside, 96 miles an hour, 2-1. Straightens him up a little bit. Matt Chapman batting cleanup at third base today. At right field and batting fifth, it's Yaz. The 2-1 swing. That ball's going to get hammered into right field, right in front of the feet of Eli White. He's on it, flips it into the infield, and it's a one-out single for the G-men. Casey Schmidt is batting sixth with 5 home runs on the year, and at second base. Dominic Smith, he'll be playing first today, getting a start here. The 2 home runs. And Patrick Bailey once again is behind home plate, batting 8th. Matos is batting 9th and in center. First pitch on the way to Adames is a strike there on the outer cut. It's 0-1. Willie Adames batting .231, 15 home runs, 53 RBI, a 724 OPS. The 0-1. Kicks and grips. Check swing foul. It's 0-2. Kind of an excuse me swing. Adames wasn't meaning to make contact with that as it dipped out of the zone, but his bat head smacked it as it went by. So an 0-2 count. Strider comes set. Devers at first, not real threat to run. The 0-2. Tried to get him to chase the slider. Did he go around? He did not. 1-2. DJ Rayburn said he held up. Yeah, that's iffy. If you're a Braves fan, you think you win. If you're a Giants fan, you're like, nah, he didn't go. The 1-2. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. One-two count. Strider comes set, brings it. Swing, chops it over to third, backhanded by Nacho. He'll fire it to first. He's only got the one play. Devers heads to second. He might have had it. Honest engine, if that's Riley there, he probably throws it to second, but Nacho playing it safe. He doesn't have quite the arm that Riley has, so can kind of understand why he doesn't want to all of a sudden turn this into a crooked inning. Matt Chapman, the batter. Time is being called by Murphy. Oh, I think it's got to do with their pitch column. I thought he saw something in Strider. It's like, man, we can't take another injury, man. Stop it. Rub some dirt on it. Let's get through this season. It was his pitch column is what he's doing. First pitch on the way after that is a slider down and in. It's 1-0. Matt Chapman, man, the way he rips the Braves, I almost just want to walk this guy or plunk him. 1-0. Slider down and away, 2-0. You, in theory, have an open base out there at first. And what's funny, he's only batting .241. His OPS is below 800, but if he played the Braves every game, he'd be heading to the Hall of Fame. The 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. Good slider by Strider. That one didn't quite have the curving action. That was a true slider. And if he can get that to work today. Our pick to click today, I forgot to mention this, so I guess I'll go ahead and do it now. I'm going to go with Matt Olson. I think he's going to clock one today. The 2-1 in the dirt, 3-1. Ball gets away. Smurf. He'll chase it up the line. Devers, who does not run well, will stay put. Three-one count. Righty. Here's the pitch. Right there, slider at the knees, full count. Strider at 20 pitches already. Hasn't felt like that long of an inning, but he is at 20 already. The payoff. Brings it. High and out of the zone, ball 4. So he's struggling with command early. That'll be the first walk of the day. 1 hit allowed, 1 strikeout. And that'll bring the left-handed bat of Yastrzemski. We'll pull the view back so you can see any kind of movement on the base paths. First and second, 2 outs. Big spot here early in the game. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Last thing we want to do is fall behind early like we did yesterday. Let's get out of this jam. Braves nothing. Giants nothing. Top of the first inning. The 0-1. Looks into Smurf. Strider brings up his red glove. Looks back the runner and delivers. 96 up top. He called that a strike earlier. Didn't get it to call this time. It's 1-1. Same exact spot. Neither one were strikes, but he got the benefit of the doubt the last time. 1-1 count. Yaz is going to take his time out because he's fiddling with his shin guard. Gets back into the box. The 1-1. 96 misses high, 2-1. Yaz batting .238 on the year, 8 home runs, 28 RBI. A 703 OPS. Justin, you're asking about Riley. He has not come off the IL yet. They're expecting him back on Friday. The 2-1. 96 right there on the intercut. It's 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Deuce is wild here in the first. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Spencer Strider, 25 pitches. That's not good in the first inning. Pitch on the way. Swing! Hammers it foul down the line. Out of play. The 2-2. Strider comes set. He'll step off the bump for a second. Once again, Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Strider brings it. 96 high and out of the zone. 3-2. So now you got a full count. Runners are going to be on the move. The payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. He is spinning out of control here. It's his second walk of the inning. You need some length out of this start. He's already at 28 pitches. Kranitz needs to go out there and talk to him. He's starting to creep up towards the step. But it looks like he's just going to stand there and watch. I think he could really benefit from a mound visit. The first pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball. Nowhere near the zone. Ball 1. That was up and in. About got him in the dome, and now Kranitz will come out. He'll head out there and talk to Strider. Your batter is Schmidt. He hit a home run last night, but not really known for his home run prowess. The bases loaded. 2 outs. This is the rubber match, Sailor. Braves won the first game in a blowout. Giants won the second game in a blowout. Strider versus Verlander today. The 1-0. Inside high, 2-0. Good Lord. I mean, honestly, he's starting to look like the first pitcher of this series of San Francisco, the 2-0. Swing! That ball's belted. High and deep into left field, drifting back, making the catch at the warning track for a loud out number 3. We'll be back in a flash. Your Atlanta Braves, nothing. Giants, nothing. Whoo! We dodged one.
If bigger shoes mean bigger pee-pee and a bigger car means a small pee-pee, then I think I just figured out why everyone's terrified of clowns.
Hello, husband helpline. Hi, I need some help. Of course, that's what we're here for. So my wife came home from work, and when I asked her what she wanted for dinner, she said, you pick. Oh boy, code 14. So what do I do? Well, please understand that anything you do is going to be wrong, but we can at least help mitigate the situation. Thank you so much. So what's happened so far? Well, I asked her what she was in the mood for, but she just said, she's too tired to think, and you need to figure it out. How did you know? We get these calls a lot. So what do I do? Based on the data we've collected from the last 10,000 callers, it appears that sushi is actually the safest option. She does love sushi. It works 42% of the time. Okay, the next best option would be Thai food. I was just gonna order a pizza. What the f*** is wrong with you? Just order sushi, throw in The Bachelor.
I'm an independent woman who don't need no man or woman or anyone apparently when she decides to move furniture. Just stubbed my toe and I'm about to lose it.
1975 might have offered the perfect ending for the Cincinnati Reds, but the following year they picked up right where they'd left off, with the Big Red Machine dominating the National League again, leading the league in nearly every team offensive category. For Johnny Bench, though, while he was still just 28, it felt like all those years behind the plate were catching up to him.
I couldn't sleep on my shoulder. Every time I'd start to curl to, load the bat, somebody stuck a knife in my shoulder. Didn't have a very good year. But we still had Tony, we still had Pete, we still had Joe, we had George Foster, Cesar, Kenny, Davey. I mean, all of it could carry anybody, me in particular, because they carried me. Would I have liked to have been better? I couldn't be. And when you don't have it, you're still better than some, but you're not as good as you used to be. Not as good as I once was. But I was good once as I ever was, and that was the World Series.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. We get going here. Justin Verlander goes to work. First pitch on the way is down and in for a low strike. It's 0-1. Verlander, who's 0-8 on the year, with a 4.99 ERA and a 1.51 WHIP. Speaking of someone who's not as good as they once was, but they're as good once as there ever was, you can't sleep on Verlander, but he's definitely on the back end of his career. The 0-1. 93 up top, misses, called for a strike. 0-2. You can't call both of those pitches strikes, I'm sorry. One pitch was barely touching the bottom of the zone, if that. The other one was over the top of the zone. The 0-2, down and away, 1-2. You got to give the batter a chance. If you're going to call him low, okay, but then you got to pinch high, and same thing on the East and West. The 1-2 count, inside, 2-2. Now, if you remember, he started that with Strider. When Strider wasn't finding the zone, he eventually started pinching him. So that might have been the beginning of the game because Verlander is who he is, and now he's got to prove it. The 2-2. Swing! Hammers it into the first base dugout side. Cloudy day here in Atlanta, Georgia. Overcast, not a threat of rain, though, so we should have no problems getting this game in. And there are quite a few day games. We'll hit the out-of-town scoreboard here in a little bit. The 2-2 swing, lifts it down the right field line, just foul. That was going to fall if it landed fair, but just looped it out of play. Braves nothing, Giants nothing. If you're just joining us, Spencer Strider pitched a scoreless first, but he spent 31 pitches to do it and walked two guys. Loaded the bases. The 2-2 pops it up, out of play. We'll do it again. Willis, all the umps need to be replaced. I don't feel like their union's going to agree to that. 2-2 count. No, I can't argue with you. Swing. That ball's launched high, but not very deep. Falling in the glove of the right fielder, Yaz, and there's one away. Left to right across the outfield today, it's Ramos in left, Matos in center, and the Yaz in right. Lee getting the day off. Chapman, Adames, Schmidt, and Smith are around the horn, with Flores out of the lineup. Bailey is once again behind the plate. Matt Olson, your batter, righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. 95 right upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Verlander looks in, kicks and sets. Swing! Fouls it away. It's 0-2. An 0-2 count. Braves nothing, Giants nothing. Bottom of the first here on a Wednesday afternoon getaway day. Your Atlanta Braves are off tomorrow. Then we head to Texas hopefully with the return of Austin Riley on Friday evening at 8:05. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. Look like the bender. You got 8:05 first pitch on Friday, 7:05 on Saturday, and then it's a 2:35 on Sunday. It's a little bit of odd start times. 1-2, down and in, 2-2. That one almost got him in the foot. We'll do your Braves country today at noon Eastern for you country club members. You can catch the audio replay just before first pitch on Friday. And remember, Friday is a doubleheader day. The double feature will be the Giants right here versus the Mets. The 2-2, outside wide 3-2. If you wonder, how are we going to do that? 8:05 first pitch with the Braves and Rangers, and then their game starts at, I believe, 10:15. Maybe it's 10:10, somewhere in that neighborhood. We're going to wait for the conclusion of the Braves game, and then we'll hop right over. The payoff pitch, outside wide, ball 4. So a great at bat by Olson. He was down 0-2. He worked his way aboard. He's the first guy to reach base, so we'll go ahead and play his clip.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Drake Baldwin is batting third today with Acuna out. No injury to report for Acuna. He's just getting the morning off. They did this before recently, if you remember. First pitch on the way is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. This is more of making sure that he doesn't aggravate something coming off the surgery. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Sean Murphy stands on deck. Then you'll have Ozzie. Michael Harris is batting 6th, question mark. Nacho 7th, Eli 8th, and then Nick Allen is in the 9 hole. The 2-0 just grabs the outer edge, 2-1. Ozuna once again not in the lineup. I hope they get a trade pulled off before Friday for Ozuna. Let him go play somewhere. Now, one caveat that nobody's talking about it is the 2-1. Buckles him with the curveball upstairs, 2-2. It's been talked about a little bit in Braves country, but when you watch your national shows and you see them talking about it, nobody really brings it up. Maybe they're not aware of it. Marcell Ozuna is a 10-5 guy, meaning he's been in the league 10 years and 5 years with the same team, which means he has the right to veto any trade. The 2-2, swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line, but just foul. Hard hit ball. That was his changeup, and it didn't change. It almost changed into a double. If it could have just stayed fair. 2 pitches already in this inning. But the Braves are tagging, just can't keep it straight. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Drake Baldwin down on strikes, 2 down. I don't think Marcell would deny a trade, but he does have the right. That's the point. If there's somewhere he just really doesn't want to go. But I would think Marcell, if he has a chance to go play every day, not sit on the bench, and improve his price tag for the upcoming free agent season and get to go play with a contender, as the first pitch on the way is a curveball. Right there, first strike, it's 0-1. I hope he ends up on a team we can all pull for. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. I don't have that same infinity as far as wanting to pull for Rafael Montero if he gets traded. But I wouldn't mind seeing Iglesias go somewhere that he can compete, that we're not going to dread. The 1-1, down and in, 2-1. 2-1 count. 2 outs. Olson standing at first. He's not a threat to steal, so we'll keep the camera behind home plate. The 2-1. Just misses. Slider, 3-1. Ozzie Albies stands on deck. Murph with a .236 average and 16 home runs, 38 RBI. 3-1 count. Down below the knees, ball 4. Good take. Pretty good pitch by Verlander. Just missed the zone, and he'll head on down to first.
Smurf is me. I must call an emergency meeting.
All four of the balls that missed from Verlander to Murphy were all down in the lower right-hand corner if you're sitting behind home plate. They were all off speeds. First pitch on the way to Ozzie is a 79 below the knees, called for a strike. 0-1. He's given that low strike early on. But he pinched Strider as the inning went on, if you remember. The 0-1. Inside high, 1-1. So we were worried about Strider with 31 pitchers. Verlander is about to throw his 28th. 1-1 count. Our hope is that Strider will settle down and get a couple of quick innings. Pitch on the way. Busts a curveball up top. That definitely hit the zone. A hanger. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Surprised Ozzie doesn't see that pitch more as much as he pops up things. The 1-2 swing. That ball's belted down the right field line, but foul and out of play. Infield back and to the right, playing Ozzie to pull. Outfield deep and straight away. Verlander steps off the bump. He's about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning here in the bottom of the first. So a long first inning. 1-2 inside, 2-2. 2-2 count. Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out. The 2-2 swing. Pops it up over the third base side, but it'll get out of play. The 2-2. Verlander looks in. Brings it. Down and in, ball 3. He did not go around. They checked down the line. Take another look. Yeah, it looks like he held up. So a full count, which means the runners will be on the move. The payoff pitch. Swing! Chops it foul down the line. We'll pull the screen back in case there's any kind of movement towards the plate. Braves nothing, Giants nothing. Giants loaded the bases in the first inning, could not come through. The Braves have runners at second and third and a full count to Ozzie. Harris stands on deck. The payoff pitch. Down and in, ball 4. So Ozzie will head on down to first. Keep on keeping on. This is almost a mirror image of what happened in the first inning to Strider. The only difference is all 3 of the base runners for the Braves are walks. The difference is, as well, you don't see their pitching coach waiting until he throws a ball to the next guy standing at home plate. He came out immediately. Pitching coach JP Martinez goes out there to have a quick powwow with Verlander. So bases are loaded. Ducks all over the pond. Money Mike coming to the plate. Michael Harris II. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Verlander comes in, first pitch. Slider at the knees. It's 0-1. That was kind of in Michael's wheelhouse, but I will have to give him praise for not swinging at the first pitch here in this at-bat. You see a guy who's been struggling to find the zone. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. It's gone back-to-back with the slider. You got to figure J.P. Martinez must have said something to him. The 0-2 count. Outside wide. 1-2. They're trying to make comparisons on his batting stance pre and post All-Star break. I mean, he's still batting horrifically. Acting like all of a sudden he's Ted Williams. The 1-2. Swing, pops it back. Foul, will do it again. These TV folks will try to tell you anything to get you to buy in. They could sell ice to an Eskimo. 1-2 count. Bases juice, 2 outs, the pitch. Swing, slaps it foul. Nothing else, he's making them work. Justin Verlander is about to throw his 40th pitch, and we're just in the first inning. That's not nothing. Well, we'd like to score here, but if nothing else, you are accomplishing that. The pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's lifted high into right field. Little warning track power. Catch is made right there before the warning track, and that'll end the inning. But the Atlanta Braves do make him work. 40 pitches in the first. Strider had 31. We'll be back in a flash.
Switch hitting is a lost art, and this man mastered it. This is the career of Eddie Murray. He attended Locke High School in Los Angeles and was a teammate of fellow Hall of Famer Ozzie Smith. His rookie season was the only time in his career he struck out more than 100 times. He could hit for power. 362 of his 504 career home runs came from the left side of the plate. Despite the Orioles drafting him as a right-handed hitting first base, he finished in the top 5 of his league's MVP voting 6 times. Despite never reaching 200 hits in a season, he did have 12 seasons where he had at least 170 hits. He remains second in career hits among switch hitters, trailing only Pete Rose. He's one of only 7 players in baseball history with 500 home runs and 3,000 or more hits. He is the all-time leader in sacrifice flies with 128. He is not known for his defense, but he still managed to win 3 Gold Gloves. His .330 batting average in 1990 was the best in the majors. He made 8 All-Star teams. He was inducted in the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2003 with 85.3% of the vote. Bill James once said, his best year was every year. He never won an MVP award, but he was an MVP candidate every year.
So Game 2 loomed as critical for the Cards. But it was the Brewers, propelled once again by Simmons, who jumped out to another early lead.
It's hit well, and he will touch them all again.
Simmons belted another home run, adding fuel to that fire. Why did we trade him? This isn't working out like we had planned.
The Cardinals would be trailing 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th when they rallied, putting runners on the corners for Darryl Porter, the catcher Herzog had chosen over Simmons.
Porter felt that pressure a lot, but somehow when they got to October, Darryl was a much better player, as if he wasn't afraid. He didn't feel anything.
He has hit only .231 during the regular year. 2 out. Milwaukee 4, Cardinals 2.
Pretty cool, both the Braves and the Giants broadcasts are painting the crowd, and they're showing all the kids that have come to the game as the first pitch on the way. It's a 4-seam fastball inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Looks like there's several large groups of kids that have gone to the game in various camps around the Atlanta area as the 1-0s bang down the line foul. 1-1. Dominic Smith, the batter, batting .250, 2 home runs. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, fouls it back, 1-2. Strider looking for an economical inning or 2 here in the next few after spending 31 to get 3 outs But he did keep the runners off the board, so it's not a lost affair. If you're just tuning in, Justin Verlander, he kept the Braves scoreless, but he's wasted 40 pitches to do it. The 1-2, swing, lifts it into left, making this, we'll call it a diving catch. Kind of a clumsy diving catch by Jurickson Profar, but we'll take it. One down. Hopefully he's okay. You know how they say a lot of guys out here make the game look easy? Profar made that look hard. He's kind of stumbling and tripping over his own feet. I love the fact that kid's always smiling, though. I know a lot of people are hung up on the whole thing of him getting busted PEDs. First pitch on the way is a curveball, banged off the plate. It's 0-1. And I'm not advocating for that at all, but I do like a guy who's always out there in a good mood and brings a smile to your face, like an Acuna. There's nothing wrong with the stone-faced guys, but it's refreshing to see guys who go out there and have a good time. The 0-1 count to Bailey, the number 8 hitter. Pitch on the way is a curveball right there at the knees. It's 0-2. Standing on deck, the number 9 hitter, Matos. He was in right last night. He's in center today. The 0-2. 96 just misses, 1-2. You'd like to see him collect some strikeouts here. Get a little momentum going. 1-2 count. Change up in the dirt, 2-2. Strider, typically, he leans on the fastball and slider predominantly when he's on. The 2-2 count. Swing, chops it over to second. Ozzy's got it. Flips it to Olsen, who's standing there on the pillow. 2 down, 4-3 in your scorecard. What you'll see from Spencer Strider today is the four-seamer 53% of the time and the slider 38%. So you're talking about 91% of the time it's one of those two pitches. And then he'll mix in the curve and changeup pretty evenly at 9%. First pitch on the way to Matos, the number 9 hitter, is a fastball right down Main Street. It's 0-1. Velocity looks good today for Strider. That one hit 97. He's hit 98 a couple of times. The 0-1. Swing. Pops it up. And this could be the quick inning we needed. It is. About a 10-pitch inning. We'll call it 11. And the Giants go down 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash here in Braves country.
I ain't on the run from the law, okay? We just see things a little differently, so I just had to leave Florida till it cools down a little bit. But let me tell y'all why America's the best place to be on the run, okay? If I was in England right now, it would be cold, drizzly. Big Ben would be waking me up every hour, banging his bells, okay? The king would be stomping around trying to throw me in a dungeon. Okay, this is why my heart breaks for those people in England. Keep on rocking. I'm just living like a president in the land of the free and the home of the brave for a little bit, man.
This is the story of 3 men who woke up as baseball players, and by the end of the day, they would become heroes. In the 19th century, George Davis, Kid Gleason, and Mike Grady were all part of the New York Giants. While on a streetcar on their way to the Polo Grounds on April 26, 1900, they noticed fire coming from an apartment house just a few blocks from the stadium. Not wasting any time, Davis climbed a fireman's ladder and rescued a woman who had fainted. Then Gleason joined him and led another woman and a child down the fire escape. After the fire department arrived, they stayed until all the people were out of the building. The fire would leave 45 families homeless, but alive, thanks to the quick thinking of those 3 Giants players. They eventually did make it to the ballpark and played a game against the Boston Beaneaters that afternoon. And that's the story of how 3 baseball players turned into heroes.
As a teammate and a friend of Darrell's, it was great to have him experience that because he did. He took a lot of grief out there.
At the end of 6, a 4-4 tie.
The score would stay tied into the bottom of the 8th when the Cardinals again got some base runners looking to take their first lead of the series.
Bases loaded, 1 out, and the 3-0 pitch to Steve Braun is 4-4. The
Cardinals take the lead 5-4 as Ladd walked in the tie-breaking run.
Meanwhile, the Cardinals bullpen ace Bruce Sutter had entered the game in the 7th inning and was on his way to retiring the final 9 Milwaukee batter.
Swung on, and a drive to straightaway center, and Willie McGee puts it away.
We head for Milwaukee. A game apiece.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way as we begin the bottom of the 2nd inning. And a 0-0 score is a fastball high and tight to Nacho Alvarez. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it high and deep into center field. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, he's going to make the catch right there at the 400 mark. Just a few feet away from pay dirt, 1 down. Weight came off the bat. I didn't think it was going to go very far, but man, it was starting to carry. Good play by Matos right there at the wall. 1 up, 1 down. What you'll see from Verlander is a 4-seam fastball that he leans on 47% of the time. So much like Strider, that's his main pitch. Alvarez got in the dugout and mimicked lifting weights like I got to be just a little stronger. The 0-1 in the dirt, 101. Baseball's the best, isn't it? Slider, he'll use 25% of the time. The curveball, 13. Change, 9, and the sweeper, 6. He's not quite a kitchen sink pitcher at this stage in his career, but he definitely is the 1-1, misses outside, 2-1. As he's aged, he used to really just lean on 3 pitches, but he's kind of evolved because he's trying to change the shape and in and out, but he still has that pretty good velocity. The 2-1 in the dirt, 3-1. 3-1 count. You know, honestly, the Giants are a team that could use Marcell Ozuna. The 3-1. Oh, that gets him. That hits him in his right hand, I believe. Eli White will head on down to first. Hopefully he's okay.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us.
So he'll head on down. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen is a slider in the dirt. It's 1-0. See, if you count that hit by pitch, Verlander has not given up a hit, but he's given 4 free passes. The 1-0. Swing, chops it back foul, 1-1. Top of the order looming on deck. Profar. Olsen would follow. The 1-1. Swing, chops it out in front of the plate. That's going to be more like a swing and bunt. Good grab and fires it to first by Patrick Bailey. 2-3 on your putout. No chance of getting the book of Eli, who was burning it up to second. He was almost standing at second base by the time Bailey grabbed the ball. What that does do, it puts a runner into scoring position, and maybe Profar can keep one of these pitches straight down the line. He had a couple of them foul his first time up, ended up flying out. He's 0 for 1. First pitch on the way is 86, changeup right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, bangs it foul down the line. 0-2. 0-2 count. Runner at second with 2 outs. A base hit would surely score Eli if we can get it to the outfield. The The 0-2. Swing, just got a piece of it. Pops out of the glove of Patrick Bailey, line catcher for the San Francisco Giants. Profar batting .232 on the year, 3 home runs, 8 RBI. Of course, he had the 80-game suspension. You got to factor that into the numbers. The 0-2. High and out of the zone. Well, 1-2 count. Infield back into the right. Defense is playing him to pull as well. The 1-2 fisted towards left field, but that's going to be caught. Lazy fly ball to Ramos, and that'll end the inning. Eli gets on by the hit by pitch, but Verlander settles down. He has himself a 14-pitch inning. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I don't trust any of your friends.
Why the don't you trust my friends?
I'll show you. Let's call Jack. You'll see.
What? I don't get it.
Hey, is Wolf with you?
Yeah, why?
Well, can I talk to him?
No, he's on the other side of the yard.
All right. Well, thank you.
Is that all you need?
That's all I needed.
All right. Well, you have a good day, Mary.
You too. Bye, Jack.
Point, bro! Need a coffin, but you're low on cash? My discount coffins are affordable and stylish. This one doesn't have a lid. Just put a piece of cardboard over it. Cardboard sold separately. This one, it's got a little tape on it. Just scratch that off. This one's full. Used coffin, $10.
I want you to know this. If your prayers include me to stop drinking, stop smoking, and stop having fun, if your prayers include any of those things, they're not going to work because I'm rejecting them all, and I will be continuing in my same wicked-ass ways.
Against the Yankees, his idol Mickey Mantle's old team, Bench's bat suddenly came alive.
Certainly Johnny was a great clutch player. He had an off season, but when the chips were on the line, he came and had his greatest moment at the biggest moment during the World Series.
He'd hit over 500 in the series with 2 home runs in Game 4.
Shout boy. Boys, I got news for you. We're going to be world champions again, Sugar Bear. I got news for you. We are now going to be world champions again.
His hot streak earned him World Series MVP honors as the Reds dominated the Yanks over their 4-game sweep.
Play with these guys, and they've done the job all year. And then you're able to do something just, to make up for everything you haven't done all year.
With back-to-back championships, the Big Red Machine had now put itself in the conversation as one of the greatest teams of all time.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Strider's a strike right there to Helio Ramos. It's 0-1. Lunchtime here in Braves Country. The 0-1. Swing, rips it down the left field line. If it's fair, it's a problem. It is. It's going to bounce over the wall. It's a leadoff double for Ramos. Hanging slider. Got way too much at the plate. He's just lucky that stayed in the park. Slider actually bent to he was aiming for the outer edge, and the ball actually came inside, bent the wrong way. It's 1 on, nobody out, and Rafael Devers the batter. 19th double of the season for Ramos as the slider to Devers is in the dirt. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. .2-0 count. Out-of-town scoreboard. The Reds lead the Nationals 1-0. 2-0, outside wide, 3-0. He's nowhere near the zone. They're heading to the 5th in D.C. with the Reds on top of the Nats, 1-0. Marlins lead the Padres 1-0 in the 4th. As the 3-0's right there on the top shelf for a strike. Outer cut. 3-1. Pirates lead the Tigers 1-0. They're in the second. 3-1. Swing. Chops it foul. Full count. Angels and Mets. They're in New York, and they're about to get underway here in a few moments. Royals are at the Cubs, 2:20, first pitch in Chicago. Cardinals will take on the Rockies in Denver at 3:10, the 3-2. Swing! Dribbles it foul down the first base line. We'll do it again. You got the Astros and Diamondbacks at 3:40 in Arizona. In Seattle, Washington, the Mariners will take on the Brewers at 3:40. Twins and Dodgers, 4:10 in Tinseltown. So a lot of day games here on a Wednesday. Strider comes set. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. That slider from Strider. Down and in. One down. Big strike out there for Spencer. Tonight, you don't have a ton of games like you normally do. Most of them, so many games taking place during the day. But the Orioles are at the Guardians. The Red Sox are at the Phillies. Yankees at Blue Jays. White Sox at the Rays. And then the late game is an 8:05 first pitch. A's at the Rangers. First pitch on the way is swung on and belted down the right field line, giving chase. Running out of room in the corner. Just foul. It's 0-1. Youngster got the looks like maybe his dad caught the ball in a carom and gave it to him. Youngster getting the souvenir. The 0-1 swung on and caught by Allen. Allen fires it to, not Allen. Ozzie catches it, fires it to Allen at short. They almost doubled up the runner. Braves are going to take a look and see if they want to challenge this. I think he got in, but it's bang, bang. You couldn't have done a better play by Ozzie and Allen. Ozzie, off his back foot, fired a bullet. Yeah, he just got underneath the step. Nick Allen caught it on the fly, stepped on the bag, but it was just a half moment before the hand of Ramos hit the bag. But there are 2 down. Matt Chapman, your batter. Righty. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Strider looks back the runner. Brings it. 95 out wide, 2-0. 2-0 count. Chapman walked his first time up. The 2-0. 95 just grabs the outer edge, smacks the black, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Brings it. Swing and a miss, 96. 2-2. So from 2-0, he's now at 2-2. Love to see a strikeout here, get a little momentum on his side. 2 on the day so far, but 2 walks and 2 hits allowed. Runner at second. The 2-2. They set up high and wide. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He chased a bullet off the plate, and that'll end the inning. Strider knows he's not even hitting his zone, but he's got 3 strikeouts. That's not nothing. We'll be back in a flash. Nothing, heading to the bottom of the third.
There are 2 types of people in every marriage. One that wakes up like a normal person, and the other that has to set 17 alarms and cannot be talked to for the first hour and a half of the day.
When you got dumb and dumber out here.
I have respect for myself, and this is my best friend, so I have respect for her.
All right.
And I'm being dead honest right now that if you call me dumb or her dumb one more time, I don't care how many steroids you take, how many egg yolks you drink.
Today's going to be one of those days when somebody says to me, how strong would you like your coffee? I'd like it to show up on a drug test.
These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
I love you too, but you're not my type.
Yeah, it's not a speed contest, you know? You're facing Randy Johnson, you got to outpitch him. You're not going to throw it as hard as him, but you can outpitch him.
I'm Randy Johnson, and I don't pitch like Greg Maddux.
How would you describe Greg physically?
I would just say that you wouldn't think that he's a pitcher, and that's okay because I don't look athletic. I'm just tall, you know? I mean, everybody thinks I play basketball, but I've always admired how he's pitched because it was the opposite of me. I was a power pitcher.
You talk about blowing somebody away. Nothing fancy from 6'10" Randy Johnson.
There was not very many people like him in the history of the game. Everybody kind of watched him pitch. You know, it was the Maddux factor, the way he pitched. He just made really good hitters look bad, and he didn't have to throw 95 to do that.
We all know that pitching is about deceiving the hitter. If you can make all 2 or 3 or 4 of your pitches look just like your fastball, then you're kind of on the right track.
I was watching him, how to set hitters up and what he was doing. I couldn't even fathom doing those things. It was like, it's like a chess match.
Matt Olson will lead us off. First pitch on the way, 95 high and inside. It's 1-0. Nothing your score here in Braves country. Lunchtime edition. What's everybody chowing on today? The 1-0. Hanging curveball. Right there at the knees, 1-1. Thank you for the contribution, Uncle Charlie. 1-0, or 1-1, excuse me. Four-seam fastball high and out of the zone, 2-1. Matt Olson walked his first time up. One of 3 walks that he's issued, Justin Verlander. The 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. 95 just underneath it. Olson was just behind that. I believe that was the fastest one he's thrown so far. He's been right around the 93 mark all day. That touched 95. The 2-2. Change up down and in, full count. So a full count. You know Olson's sitting dead red waiting for that pitch to come back by. He wants to send that to the chop house. The payoff pitch. Swing, slaps it back foul. 95 again up top. He's starting to loosen up a little bit. The old gray mare, Justin Verlander, he's trying to push that sun back up in the sky one more time. Full count to Olson. Here's the pitch. Hanger up top, ball 4. Curveball didn't get the call. That hit the very top of the zone. But that would be a really ticky-tack strike if you called that one. So he'll head on down to first. And Matt Olson.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
First pitch on the way to the Drake is a four-seam fastball high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. The Drake struck out his first time up. Pitch, swing, lifted. High into right field, not very deep. Well before the warning track, making the catch is the Az for out number 1. Sean Murphy, your batter. He walked his first time up. He'll take the first pitch high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Braves walked the bases loaded in the first, but couldn't come through with the key hit. (1-0). Down below the knees, off the edge. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Swing, pops it up. That will bend back behind home plate, out of play. Drops harmlessly into the crowd, 2-1. Our old friend Mike Soroka is on the mound tonight, or today, for the Nationals. He's given up just one run through 5, the 2-1. In the dirt, 3-1. (3-1) count. Swing and a miss, four-seam fastball. That one touched 96. That's definitely the hardest one he's thrown today. The payoff pitch. Swing, slaps it over to third. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. Hard hit ball, but a good scoop by Chapman, and that'll end the inning. Braves put one on, but can't do anything with it. We come back. Top of the fourth we go. The Yaz, Schmidt, and Smith coming to the plate.
Hear the news? A man was just killed on his honeymoon by a shark. Fortunately, they say he didn't suffer long. He was only married 5 days.
Do you think you can beat the champ?
I can take him blindfolded.
What if he's not blindfolded?
You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog!
What the French toast?
You think I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen?
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint-lit girl?
Pickle, you cum-crop! Overreacting. No, Bill, overreacting was when I put your convertible into a wood chipper. Stinky McStinkface!
You hobo.
I might not be good at fractions, but I still know you're a whole-ass bitch. Easy math.
But I feel good about the track we're on, and I feel good about the players we have. I would love to have some of those guys from Ohio State, too. So if they want to transfer on down, we've got a Tudor's Biscuit NIL, all you can eat. So if any of those guys that run really, really fast at Ohio State like Tudor's Biscuits, I promise you, all you can eat all day if you transfer here. So, yeah.
You like my man? He turn you on. Pick out a casket and your favorite church song.
The number one lineup that ran on the field will always be the Big Red Machine. There was something about the moniker. There was something about the way they just plowed through team, ran over people.
One of the greatest teams in the history of baseball. There's no disputing that. Look at the players. Look at those players.
We had speed. We had defense, gold glovers. We had batting champions. We had home run champions. We had RBI champions. You come to a Big Red Machine game, you saw everything every night. We were a fan's dream.
I'll put my guys up against anybody. It'd be hard to match that team.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Nothing, your score, top of the fourth. Spencer Strider goes back to work. First pitch, 95, misses up top. It's 1-0. Strider sitting at 60 pitches now here in the fourth. So he's gotten his number down a little bit. You'd still like to see a quick inning here or there. The 1-0. Drops a curveball there at the knees to Yastrzemski. It's 1-1. Sitting at 3 strikeouts, 1 per inning. A little below his normal. The 1-1. That curveball misses. 2-1. 2-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing, chops it over to third. Olson's got it. He'll flip it to Strider, who's covering the bag. One away. I believe we have gotten a little bit behind here, so we're going to clean up the video real quick. One up, one down, and Casey Schmidt, number 6 hitter, comes to the plate. First pitch on the way is 96. Just misses outside. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, rips it into left field. That's down for a base hit. It's a 1-out single for the Giants. Traffic on the base paths once again. Good to see you, Mark. Better late than never, right? First pitch on the way to Dominic Smith is 95 on the inside. It's 1-0. Justin Green machine. Mark Ricky Ricardo jumping in. I see Raymond Lovelace as well. Everybody loves Raymond Lovelace. The 1-0. Slider down in the dirt. 2-0. Retro's in here. There's Timmy. Gary the Real McCoy, the 2-0. In the dirt, 3-0. And he has struggled with his control today. That's the bumps and bruises of coming off a major surgery. You're going to have these types of days where you're just not going to have your stuff. The 3-0 pitch, 95 up top, 3-1. Dominic Smith lined out his last time up. The 3-1, 95 high and out of the zone, ball 4. So that, another walk by Spencer Strider, now 3. And that'll bring the number 8 hitter, Patrick Bailey, to the plate. Bailey, 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Bailey grounded out to second his first time up. We could take that here, have a little double play. The 0-1. Strider's going to have to be a little more economical if he wants to give the Braves 6 today. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, 1-1. Change up. The balls and strikes for both pitchers is not desirable for either end. The 1-1 swing, fouls it back, 1-2. Strider, who's now thrown 72 pitches, 40 have only been for strikes. Verlander, very similar. He's thrown 70 and 38 have been. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there, 2 down. That gets you to the number 9 hitter. Put up another goose egg. Maybe the offense can come through for the Braves. They're showing on the screen the highest strikeout percentage in baseball since 2022. So Strider and Sale are in the top 4 with Snell and Skubal. Can you really put Snell there. The guy's always injured. First pitch on the way is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. He's pitched one game this year, but seems like he's always on the mend. I don't think you can put him in any kind of statistical category for percentages. 1-0, 96 outside wide, 2-0. 2-0 count. Last thing you want to do is load the bases with the number 9 hitter right there. Let's go after him. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 95 right by him. 2-1. Good pitch. Howdy, Travis. There's Heisman Trophy winner George Rogers. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, 96. 2-2. I don't know if you want to go back-to-back-to-back fastballs right down the plate, but he's not catching up with it. It's got to be very tempting for Strider and Smurf to dial that up again. It's dangerous, but it's got to be one of those. 2-2 count. Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out. The 2-2 from Strider. He turns and delivers. Swing, pops it back, foul. They did go fastball again. This time he got a piece of it. Stay alive. The problem with going with one of his benders is that then if he doesn't take, then you're going to get the runners on the move on a full count. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew it right down Main Street, baby. Strikeout number 5. All right, let's get the man some runs. He's fighting for us today.
You see how I only slashed 3 of your tires and not all 4? Very mindful, very considerate, very demure.
Takes a lot of trauma to look this good, but here I am.
I hate when I post on my Facebook and Instagram. I hate when I be throwing hints and the wrong person respond to it. Like, ain't nobody talking to you. Especially that girl I just blocked the other day. Man, look here. Bad body built that. I done told your ass one time I done blocked this on 3 separate apps. She keep on finding me. She know she ain't built like no coke baller. Duh, I can see that. You built like a damn kitchen sink. Your big stop sign shake there need to leave me alone. I bet you your drawers fit like the red part around the baloney. Leave me the alone.
I watched you guys win last year. You took it very much in stride. You took it in stride this year. You going to take the 3rd one in stride too?
If we can keep together, we will. That's the only problem that, in my mind. Baseball has changed. The free agencies and the opportunity to be traded or to go wherever you need to go. And when things like that happen, they can break up a ball club.
Bench had it right. In the years after 1976, the Big Red Machine gradually broke apart. And by the end of the decade, only an aging Johnny Bench remained.
Rose is gone. Morgan's gone. Perez is gone. You're still here. Why is that? I guess I was the youngest. I had to figure at one time or the other, I'm at the age where it's my turn to be gone.
All the wear and tear of catching had forced him to move to the infield as a first and third baseman. And by 1983, at the age of 35, it became clear to him that his days as a player were dwindling.
My performance has not been great the last couple of years, and I know it wasn't as good as everybody else wanted me to because my standards are very high.
Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is a curveball in on the hands. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Swing, pops it up. There's a shocker. It's going to be a pop fly, foul territory, right in front of the third base dugout, 1 down. Man, if you could bet on that in Vegas, you'd be very rich this year. I'm sure they've got some kind of an app where you can bet on what the next play or what the next at-bat's going to be. I'd be hitting pop-ups with Ozzie and Harris all day long. First pitch on the way to Michael is a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, trying to get him to chase that one. 1-0. I mean, they have to know. The whole league knows what their tendencies are, and they're trying to get them to swing at pitches underneath it and pop it up, and they've been doing it all year. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it back. 1-1. That's why it's the hardest sport, because you're constantly having to make adjustments. You would think that they would get the 1-1, pops it up. Be a millionaire. Can of corn to second, 2 down. And the idea you put these two back to back in the lineup is just brilliant. If you feel like you really had to put Ozzie at number 5 today, I wouldn't have taken Harris out of the 8 hole. I would have had them face Nacho and Eli before Harris showed up. First pitch on the way is a 94-mile-an-hour fastball up top. It's 0-1. Talked about the other day, but when Harris hit that home run, I was like, that's the worst thing that's going to happen to him, because now he's going to think he's a home run hitter again, and he's popping them up left and right. The 0-1, swing, fouls it away. 0-2. Yeah, they're over there on the Braves Vision talking about how he made adjustments in his swing and how he's really putting it together. He's batting .212. He was batting .210 at the All-Star break. Let's not go crazy. The 0-2, swing, hits it down the line, foul. 0-2. James, I honestly think it's got to become important to him, and I don't think it has. The 0-2 just misses. They checked down the line. No way in the world he went around. I don't even know why home plate umpire Ryan Wills fell for that nonsense. It's up to you to check down the line. The 1-2, swing, slaps it towards left. Coming in, making the sliding catch is Ramos, and that'll end the inning. Good defensive play out there by Ramos. Braves go down in order. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Nada in Braves country.
You know how I told you I was working on my drinking? Well, I was doing good till I ended up in an Alabama concert. You know, it felt like an exceptional case. You know, are you going to not get tore up at an Alabama concert? Well, I did. I had me just a couple of drinks, and then my tism started kicking in, and I was doing the math on the cost versus the percent alcohol versus how drunk I can get and how cheap, and I still spent $100. But by God, I got tore to plumb pieces worse than a pigeon through a jet engine. I did not drive. By the time I got home, the world was spinning so bad, I just laid down in the yard. But no, for real, I made it a week, and it was an Alabama concert. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Everything else was about the Bolt Club, about the team. I mean, 55,000 people showed up, and this was about me. It wasn't about a team. It wasn't about anything. This was about Johnny. And that's what really validated what my career was like. I did the right thing. I played the right way. And, you know, and people appreciated it.
You have done everything with such dignity. A man who has redefined a position.
He was a guy the city could be so proud of during that period of time, and frankly, forever. I mean, people just exult when they think about it.
You have made this day complete. You have made it better than I could have ever written a script for. I thank you so much. My family thanks you. And I'm going to try like hell to play good for you tonight. Thank you.
And in the 3rd inning on Johnny Bench night, the catcher improbably found a way to deliver on his promise, giving one more lasting memory to the Cincinnati fan.
And now number 5 will step to the plate, and they come to their feet again. There it is, to the left, Cruz going back, and it's gone! Oh my, a home run for Bench on his night. Look at John, number 389, and this crowd, capacity is going crazy.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball here on Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way from Spencer Strider's high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty. 95 out wide. Right there on the outer track. It's 1-1. Ramos 1 for 2 with a double in the third. Braves nothing, Giants nothing. Top of the fifth. The 1-1. Fists it back foul. 1-2. Too early to declare it definitively, but Strider looks like he's getting his touch back a little bit here in this inning. The 1-2 caught. Look at strike three. He got caught watching the paint dry. Four-seam fastball. Yak him. One away. His sixth strikeout. First pitch on the way to Rafael Devers is swung on and popped back out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 count. Strider comes set, delivers. Curveball down and away, 1-2. The 1-2. Change up in the dirt, 2-2. Be interesting to see if they try to bust up Strider and Holmes again, considering they have the day off. Is the 2-2. Swing. Slaps it down the line, foul. Do it again. If they hold it to follow suit, it'll be Wentz and the rest of the bullpen on Friday and Grant Holmes on Saturday. The 2-2 count. Outside wide. 3-2. That would take you to Bryce Elder, which would be a homecoming for him on Sunday. The payoff pitch. Swing, lifts it. High down the right field line. Man, he's going to golf that thing out of the park. I cannot believe that. That pitch almost hit the dirt, and he just swung around and golfed it over the wall. Giants lead it 1-0. That was a bad pitch to swing at, and he got around on it. We were hoping that was going to hit the top of the wall and stay in the park, but it got to about the second or third row there, just below the chop house, and the Giants lead it 1-0. First pitch on the way, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Back off the plate. It's 0-1. Kind of like with Aaron Judge, you kind of figured you weren't going to go a whole series without seeing a home run from Devers, but we almost made it out of it. The 0-1. Curveball. I mean, he didn't even get the good part of the bat. That's the dumbest part about this. The 1-1. Inside, that gets him. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. That'll get you off the plate, son. Willie Adames will head down to first. That wasn't the intent, but he'll head on down to first. It's 1 on, 1 out. Ooh, that got him in the wrist. Appears to be okay. 1 on, 1 out. Turn the page, and Matt Chapman, the batter. And he has been a thorn in our side. First pitch, 93 off the plate. It's 1-0. 1-0 count. Righty, swing, fouls that one away, 1-1. Thank you for the support there, Shooter. One, turns around, flips it over to first. Man, Adames, he's got all kinds of things going on with his shoes. They're showing him. I don't know if these are like the shoes you can buy with his name on it in the store, or this is something to do with any kind of a charity he's involved with. Is the 1-1. Slider below the knees, 2-1. They've got orange and purple and green. Looks like something that Nickelodeon would come up with. The 2-1 count. Swing, lifts it. High into right field. That ball's going back. That ball's gone. Said it a million times, you don't pitch to Matt Chapman. I mean, he owns the Atlanta Braves. It's 3-0 now. Fastball high in the zone. And most guys aren't going to get that out, but Matt Chapman, he shoves. And he absolutely dominates Spencer Strider. Didn't even look like a pitch that he got a lot of, but he got it at the right spot. And the Braves trail 3-0. So you got to get the offense going now for sure. You're not going to win some nail biter with a 1-0 victory. As the first pitch on the way is a curveball in the dirt. It's 1-0. Braves, by the way, were shut out last night, getting shut out today. Is the 1-0. Fastball misses high, 2-0. 2-0 count. Swing, hit hard on the ground, but right to Olsen. Olsen has it, steps on the pillow. 2 down. Braves have not scored in 15 innings, dating back to the 7th inning of Monday night. Just about the time that, and they're being, not for nothing. We hadn't even mentioned it because he has all the walks, so it feels disingenuous. But Verlander does have a no-hitter going. First pitch on the way is a slider off the plate to Schmidt. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, swing, fouls it back. 1-2. A little bit of rain is creeping in. I don't think it's going to be enough to cause any kind of delay, but we'll see what happens here. The 1-2. In the dirt, he went around, didn't he? He did strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Giants take a 3-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's not an official game yet, so we got to score some runs, and fast.
Suspect still has trouble speaking English even though she's lived here for over 30 years. Suspect is a bitch. Mum, that's not the trend. That's not how it works.
I just seen an American woman complaining about the lack of bagels in Ireland, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Bagels are The Irish are not big bagel people. What purpose does the hole serve? What is its use? What is its function? The hole is nothing but an inconvenience. Stuff has a tendency to leak through it, so I have to conduct constant surveys of the hole to make sure I'm not losing any of my sandwich. Also, I've paid for that amount of bread. You don't have the right to take a whole lot of it and put it back in your greedy little bagel making machine. Also, I feel like bagels are always a small bit stale. Like, not stale, but not fresh. Get yourself a brioche bun, a French baguette, a slice of bread. All of these are superior to the bagel. The Irish will never be brainwashed into this ridiculous sandwich type.
We were regular season and we were winning like 8-0. It was easy game in the 8th inning. And he told me, don't throw anything inside on Bagwell. Call everything outside. And I said, okay. I think it was somebody on. And he wants to go inside. And I, okay. You know, it's your game. So I went inside, called inside, and Bagwell hit like 1,000-mile. I was mad, and I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, they got a good team. We got a good team. We're going to play them in the playoff. He's going to wait for that pitch. 3 months later, we're in the playoff, bases loaded in the 7th. We threw 3 straight changes and struck him out. And I was walking to the dugout. He goes, hey. And I look at him. He said, you remember 3 months ago? I said, no, I don't. He was looking for that pitch, the homer that he hit. And I was like, this guy.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by Eli White. That's going to fall down the right field line, and that's going to get in for a base hit. It just snuck in, and how about that? A leadoff single. Thought that was going foul the whole way. Yaz gave it a chase. Little surprised. Maybe Eli was taken by surprise, too. I have to see the replay here. I think he was late getting out of the box thinking that ball was going foul, and it just dropped in. His speed, he probably still doesn't make it, but it would have made it interesting. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen.
Cursed be the ground for our
curveball out in the way. It's 1-0.
Thistles it shall bring forth for us.
So the no-hitter's gone for Verlander. 1-0, righty-righty. Shows bunt. Slider down and away, 1-1. One count. Pitch on the way. Drops a bunt. Chops it. Where'd the ball go? Goes to the backstop. Patrick Bailey was having a panic attack. He couldn't find the ball. The hind catcher, he was flailing his arms around going, what the hell? Where's it at? Where's it at? And then when the umpire points to a back foul, he bent down. You could tell he was laughing like, man, I didn't know where that ball went. It chopped back foul, and Bailey went to the front, right in front of home plate. He didn't see it go behind him. He's like, where is it? Where is it? It's pretty funny. So Eli White at first. Pitch on the way. Swing! That ball slapped down the right field line, but foul. One-two count. The pitch. Up top, misses 2-2. Four-seam fastball. You can get something going here. You've got the top of the order due up behind Allen. The 2-2. Misses high, 3-2. You know, I always say that the best time to get the crooked numbers is when you start at the bottom of the order and they get on, and the top can clean them up. The payoff pitch. Strike 3, caught looking, and here comes the double play. Now they're going to say he's safe. Eli White head first slide, just got in time. The throw beat him, but I think it was the bounce on the tag, not being able to locate his hand. Man, that was a good throw by Bailey. Just got in time. Schmidt, when he stuck the glove out, he dragged it across the ground, and it just missed Eli, who wisely was aiming for the back of the bag. First pitch swinging by Profar. He must be going to the Michael Harris School of Hitting. Can of corn to first, one down. That school of hitting, by the way, is directed and taught by Ozzie Albies. So quickly 2 down, and just like that, tell you what, we can find a we can screw up a one-man band, can't we? We had 1 on, nobody out. Eli was going to steal that base, but Allen should have swung at it as the first pitch on the way. 95 right down the pipe. It's 1-0. If he makes any kind of contact, it's probably going to go through the infield with the runners. I mean, with the defenders moving. The 1-0, 95 inside, 2-0. But what Profar is thinking about going in there hacking at the first pitch he sees? Once again, not a leadoff hitter. The 2-0 in the dirt. That ball kicks away. Eli will easily make it to third, and it's 3-0. There's 2 outs, so it's not a big deal, but you could score by many different ways, especially in today's game. You could get a pitch clock violation, balk. You could get an error. Wild pitch, pass ball. Matt Olson, who's walked twice today, the 3-0. Ball 4. Verlander wants no part of Matt Olson. He'll head on down to first.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Drake Baldwin, the batter now. He could tie this baby with 1 swing. First pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Good block by Bailey, or that's a run. It's 1-0. 1-0. Looking at the radar in the area of Truist Park, it looks like that was just one small cell as the 1-0 swing and a miss. Chasing that curveball, it's 1-1. That one little small cell that popped up, there's not much else around it. We should be good for the rest of the game. The 1-1, 95, well inside, called for a strike. Horrible call by home plate umpire Ryan Wills. That is a terrible call. If you'd set yourself up where you could see the ball, son, you would know if it was a strike or not. The 1-2 misses inside, 2-2. He's not bending over. He's standing above the catcher, so he's not getting a good look at the strike zone. And Snicker's got sunglasses on because he doesn't want anybody to know that he's asleep. That's a swing and a miss strike to end the inning. Curveball. Bad job by the umpire. Bad job by the dugout for not standing up for their batter, and we trail 3-0.
I hate when you ask somebody how old their child is and they give you that bougie answer in months. Just tell me how old a mother child is for real, boy. Baby might be 2 years old. You ask them how old the baby is, might say 28 months like that. Just tell me the baby too. What the wrong with you? Man, look here. I feel like doing no math when you could, man, look here.
I've had it with this dump. We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off!
I was just checking to see if I went viral. No? Okay. Let's check one more time.
Oh, you think that you're awkward? Well, this weekend I dislocated my shoulder because I fell off of a chicken. Yes, you heard that right. A chicken. In my neighborhood, there's a chicken statue at a place like down the street. This year, my roommates and I would like to send out a Christmas card of us on the chicken. I did have to go into the ER, and when they said, "Ma'am, what happened?" I said, "I dislocated my shoulder." They said, "How did you do this?" I said, "I fell off of a chicken."
Boy, to be able to say in your lifetime that you were a Reds fan and got to follow a Johnny Bench on a day-by-day basis, hey, you are a most fortunate baseball fan.
I gave them the moments they needed to be happy. Hell, I had a great career.
Two-time world champion, two-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove winner. Johnny Bench had come a long way from Bangor, Oklahoma.
He's the best ever. Oklahoma takes a lot of pride in the fact that Johnny Bench is an Okie.
We have a class reunion every 5 years, and I think he's come to every one of them.
We go places and someone says, "Where are you from?" And we say, "Binger." "Oh, from Johnny Bench Town?" I was like, "Yeah, I graduated."
I'm not the only guy in the world who's going to say he's the greatest catcher ever.
He's the best catcher I've ever seen. There's no question about that.
Well, Dylan Dodd will come on, as he was unfairly sent down to the minor leagues a couple of weeks ago. Now he's back. He did absolutely zero to get to warrant that. First pitch on the way from Dodd is a four-seam fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. Dylan Dodd, a 3.75 ERA. Lefty-lefty matchup. 1-0. Right there at the knees, 1-1. You know what we're going to be in for in the offseason. They're going to try to tell us they're going to make him into a starter, and here we'll go again. He's tried the starter route a few times and just gets clobbered, but he's done well out of the pen. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. 1-2 count. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Smith, Bailey, and Matos due up in this inning to the 7-8-9. Braves in the bottom of the sixth will have Smurf leading it off as the slider misses down and away, full count. Murphy, Ozzie, and Harris in the sixth. The 3-2 swing, lifts it high into left field, going back near the track, making the catch for a long out number one here in the sixth. I had to catch myself. Those of y'all who are older will know the reference, but I almost called Ozzie and Harris Ozzie and Harriet. I was like, that's kind of fitting. The 0-2 swing, lifts it into left, and that's going to get over the head of Profar, up against the wall. Profar fires it in the infield, but that's going to be a one-out double, and the hits keep coming for the Giants. The book on Strider is closed. He gave up 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, 5 hits, and 104 pitches. Not terrible, but definitely not good. Not a solid outing by Strider that you would expect. First pitch on the way is 92. High and out of the zone, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it away. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. The infield is back into the left. Big hole on the right side. The 0-2. Swing, fouls that straight back. You can build a bullpen next year with Lee. I'm talking about from the left side with Lee and Dylan Dodd, and unless they trade Bummer, they're going to have Bummer. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. Bummer is signed on for next year. You might have something there to build off of. Obviously, they're still going to have to go out and get a right-hander or a closer, too. Is the 1-2. That ball's banged on the ground. over to short. Allen flips it to third. Nacho applies the tag. Good defense by the Allen to Nacho combo. Nothing better than a Nacho combo around lunchtime, and there's 2 down. Heads up play by Allen. You youngsters, if you're listening at home and want to know how to play the game, that was on the runner. You do not, as Dodd flips it over to first to keep Matos close by. When the ball's hit in front of you, you don't go, and he went, and the ball's hit behind you, you go, because the defender's not going to be able to get you at third. But if it's hit in front of you, you stay put. As the first pitch on the way is up top outside, it's 0-1. What that does, if you're a Giants fan, is now it takes the 4th run out of scoring position. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Matos has good speed, but it's going to take extra bases now to score him where he's at, as opposed to, unless you're Ronald Acuna Jr. and it's dribbled up the middle, then you score from first anyways. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. One-two count. Good afternoon, Tree Nug. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. It's all Tree Nug's fault. Showing up late and everything. 2-2 count. Dodd comes set. Swing, lifts it into center. That's down for a base hit. Runners will go station to station. You got runners at first and second, 2 outs. The only good news out of that whole thing is that would have been a run scored had Bailey had stayed at second base on the previous play. So 2 on, 2 out, and that'll bring Rafael Devers to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. He golfed one out of the stadium his last time up. First pitch on the way is a cutter. Right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Missed that play. That was unbelievable. That pitch was down and out of the strike zone by 3-4 inches, and he still golfed it out of the stadium. The 0-1. Misses, 1-1. They're showing where the ball was on the screen on the replay on the TV cast. And it's just unbelievable. I mean, it was around his shoe tops. 1-1 swing, fouls back. I saw Vladimir Guerrero do that kind of thing, but it was normally on a faster pitch that he would get at. That ball hardly had any velocity on it. He just kind of whoop, lifted it over the, almost like a badminton shot. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Dodd trying to keep it where it's at. 3-0 your score. Still a lot of time left in this one, and we can climb back into it. You'd like to keep it where it's at. They'll have to go through our top of the order at least one more time. The 2-2. Inside. Whoa! Hey, hi! That'll wake you up. Right up around the noggin. He'll take a seat. Woo, that was close. He's in on the shoulder. Dylan Dodd playing a little hardball. You ain't golfing one out on me, turkey. So they'll give Devers a chance to dust off and make sure his affairs are in order before the first pitch is thrown, next pitch is thrown. He had to have seen it all flash before his eyes. Devers 2 for 3 with that solo home run we referenced in a single. Dane Dunning is warming up in the pen. Braves trail 3-0. A full count by Dodd. They set up wide, and here it comes. Bam! Blasted. She gone. A 3-run shot, and he takes it out. 2 home runs all the day by Devers, and the Giants have blown this turkey wide open 6-0. That ball was right in his wheelhouse. And now you see why this man is making over $300 million in his current contract. He annihilated that pitch. That's it for Dodd. Well, it's fun while it lasted, Dylan. We'll see you down in Gwinnett. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I'm sitting here watching Cheers. Sam Malone has a picture of himself behind the bar pitching for the Red Sox. I found out exactly who the player in the photo was. Today we learn about the career of Gentleman Jim Lonborg. He possessed an explosive fastball and a breaking ball he could throw for strikes. His best season came with the Red Sox in 1967, a season in which he led the American League in wins, games started, and strikeouts. In between starts that season, he would leave the team for Army Reserve duty, arriving back on a private jet just in time for his next start. In the first 2 games of the World Series that season, he pitched a 1-hitter and a 3-hitter. Unfortunately, he couldn't capture the same magic in Game 7, pitching 6 innings and allowing 6 runs. He was the first Boston Red Sox to win the Cy Young Award. After injuring his knee skiing in the offseason, he was never the same in Boston. So after the 1971 season, he was shipped off to the Brewers in a 10-player deal where he stayed for exactly 1 season. Next, he was traded to the Phillies. During his career, he won 157 games, struck out close to 1,500, and had a respectable 3.86 ERA. Not as great of a career as Sam Malone, but still a pretty solid career.
I think one of the great things about sports is rivalry. Muhammad Ali is not Muhammad Ali without Joe Frazier. Larry Bird is not Larry Bird without Magic Johnson, and vice versa. And Greg had Barry Bonds.
That's the heavyweight championship, the heavyweight bout everybody wants to see. You got one of the best pitchers of our era against the greatest hitter of our era.
Opposite field home run for Bonds.
Barry was the best hitter in baseball.
He is a .305 lifetime hitter against Greg Maddux, and he has hit more home runs off of Greg Maddux than any other pitcher he's faced in his career.
How many home runs did I give up to him?
We both gave him 9.
Was it 9?
But when you gave up the 9, you said to me, he will never hit another home run off me the rest of his career. And I'm like, wow. And he didn't, because he said, I'll walk him. He said, I ain't facing him.
Bonds was the Maddux of hitters. His baseball intellect was off the charts. And it was amazing the way that he could wait and wait and wait, get what he wanted and not miss it.
Welcome back. The 1-0 pitch from Dunning is followed up by a swing and a miss strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Check swing on the changeup, 1-2. So, Tree Nug, you're asking about times, the games. I mean, they vary. That's why you need to check the schedule. And the schedules for the immediate games are always up on Braves Country. That's the easiest place to just check the time. But they do play a lot of day games in the middle of the week if it's the last game of the series. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it. Soft line drive over to Allen, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Giants put 3 more on the board. We need a 6-pack to get back in it. Start doing some crunches, Braves Country.
Hey, y'all remember, man, jail's temporary. Memories are forever. So go ahead and punch that mother in the mouth.
Does anybody know how to balance a washing machine? Because my wife keeps having to sit up here every time he goes through the rinse cycle so it don't bounce away. I don't know how to fix it.
Will you still lick it when we're 80?
Wonder what it tastes like.
Depends.
So I just moved to Nashville, and I went to a thrift store to buy some cheap furniture. I was so excited while checking out. The guy didn't even ask, but I was like, I just moved here. So he asks, oh yeah, from where? And I say, from LA. And he goes, oh, Lower Alabama? I hear it's real nice down there. And I say, no, California. And he looks at me and says, well, welcome to America.
This is the career of Johnny Bench. He once hit a grand slam off of Jim Palmer in the minors, which is pretty impressive, considering Jim Palmer never allowed a grand slam in 19 major league seasons. He was the first catcher to win the Rookie of the Year award. That same year, he won a Gold Glove, which was the first time the award was won by a rookie. At age 22, he became the youngest player to win the National League Most Valuable Player award, leading the National League in home runs and setting a Reds franchise record for RBIs. 2 years later, he added another MVP award, leading the league in both home runs and RBIs. 24 years old, and he already accomplished what many players could only dream of. In 1974, he led the league with 129 RBIs and scored 108 runs, making him only the fourth catcher in Major League history with 100 or more runs and RBIs in the same season. He is the only catcher ever to lead the league in total bases, when he accumulated 315 in 1974. When he retired, he was the career home run leader for catchers. He also holds the record for most grand slams by a catcher with 10. His .990 caught stealing percentage and his .987 career fielding percentage helped validate the 10 Gold Gloves he won during his career. He caught 118 shutouts during his career. His 100 or more games caught in each of his first 13 full seasons is a National League record.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Braves will start this inning off. Sean Murphy at the plate. So we're talking about the different weird start times, and it really depends on who's hosting the game on when they decide to do the start times. First pitch on the way is a sinker at the knees. It's 0-1. So when the Braves are at home for the night games, they're all 7:15, unless it's affected by some kind of national telecast. The 0-1 right there at the knees. It's 0-2. Walker is on. Ryan Walker, we saw him earlier in the series. He can bring it. But in the next week or so is the 0-2. Outside wide, 1-2. Because of some weird things that are going on, so you got today's game at 12:15. Braves play earlier than just about anyone in the day games when they're in the middle of the week like this on a Wednesday. As the 1-2, swing, fouls it away. Most teams start around 1 o'clock. The Braves and a couple others start in the noon hour. I've always said it's a dumb thing to do because you see the result. They're lethargic because they played the night before. The 1-2, swing, lifted high and deep into left, but not deep enough. Making the catch is Ramos for a long out number 1. I've always said that the Braves ought to be playing at 1:15, or the extra hour is not going to make that big of a difference in travel time. I just think it makes a load of difference in how fresh these guys are after playing a game. You know, you figure that they got home around midnight last night after dealing with the media and showering and everything. What do you think? They fell asleep maybe by 2 o'clock? If everything went right, 1:30, and then you're back up and at it, heading out to the ballpark. I mean, it's just natural these guys are tired. The 0-1, swing and a miss, it's 0-2. But the dopes that run it have never seen that, so they continue to do the 12:15. But this coming week, so we got the weird 2:35 start on Sunday because they're in Texas. So in the Central Time Zone is the 0-2, misses outside wide, 1-2. Then on next Wednesday, a week from today, they're in Kansas City, and that's Central Time, so they're playing at 2:10. Is the 1-2 chopped over to first. Ozzie Albies down quietly once again, 2 away. Ozzie will make room for Harriet as he comes to the plate. But next week, not only do you have, so Sunday you got the 2:35 game, Wednesday the 2:10 game. Friday is an outlier. Friday we are in Cincinnati, but we're playing that game at 12:40. The Thursday night game is in Cincinnati at 7:10. But why are they playing at 12:40? Because they're giving the teams time to travel to Bristol, Tennessee for the Saturday night game where they're going to be playing the baseball game at the NASCAR track. So Friday is a strange start time, 12:40, especially for a Friday. We never start that early. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Foul back out of play. It's 0-1. And so typically on a Friday, the earliest we would ever play would be 2:20 in Chicago because the Cubs play those games, the 0-1. That ball's going to get slapped into center field, down for a base hit, and at the 2-out single by Harris. Not only is that part of the schedule strange, but the Braves are off on Sunday, August 3rd. There's no baseball, so enjoy it. They can't ruin our Sunday night. They cannot ruin our Sunday on August 3rd. They're off. So, yeah, a lot of strange start times coming up in the very near future. But as you look ahead in the month of August, there's not a lot of early start times except for Sundays because of the heat. The 1-0, down and away, called for a strike. Bad call. Man, Ryan Wills is just wanting to get out of this game. It's 1-1. That was pathetic. 3 inches off the plate, I'll call it. The 1-1, swing and a miss. So now he chases the slider out of the zone, 1-2. Nacho, hope you're enjoying it. These are going to be your last swings. You might get one more turn at the plate before you get sent back down. The 1-2. Did he go around? He did. Strike 3. 3 consecutive sliders, none of them on the plate. One was a bad call. The other 2 were terrible swings. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Call me fat. Cool. Now call me ugly. You're lying. You're stressed. You're trying to find things to say.
What the hell is a sundress and why are men so obsessed with it, man? I don't understand it. Because literally all I ever see is, can't wait for sundress season, can't wait for sundress season. Girl, what the hell is a sundress? I like a bit of fashion here and there, but I genuinely don't know what a sundress is.
This is the career of Pete Rose. He got the nickname Charlie Hustle after he sprinted to first after drawing a walk in a spring training game. Mickey Mantle claims he got it after trying to climb a fence to catch a home run that was 100 feet over his head. In 1965, he led the league with 209 hits. It was the first of 10 seasons he would finish with 200-plus hits. That same season, he batted .312. This was also the start of 9 consecutive seasons of hitting 300 or better. In 1968, he won his first batting title. In 1973, he led the league in hits and batting average, which led to him winning his first and only MVP award. He was an integral part of the Big Red Machine, including both their World Series runs in 1975 and 1976. The 1976 club remains the only team since the expansion of the playoffs in 1969 to go undefeated. On April 29, 1978, he had arguably the best game of his career, going 5 for 6 and hitting 3 home runs off of 3 different pitchers. 6 days later, he became the 13th player in history to reach the 3,000 hit milestone. That same season, he would go on a tear, getting a hit in 44 consecutive games to tie Willie Keeler's National League record. In 1984, while a member of the Expos, he joined Ty Cobb as the only players with 4,000 hits. That same year, he returned to the Reds and was immediately named player manager, the last one in Major League Baseball history. The very next year, he became the all-time hits leader when he singled off of Eric Shaw for his 4,192nd hit of his career. He retired in 1986 and would go on to manage the Reds until 1989. He currently holds or shares at least 18 different baseball records. Do you think he belongs in the Hall of Fame?
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Dane Dunning back to work. So Yelton's asking about the 1-0 right there, cutter at the knees, 1-1. Yelton asking about the Ozzie Albies contract, and talked about this last week a little bit, but the short of it is the 1-1, bang, that ball's hammered down the left field line, just foul. That went into the upper deck, and it missed pay dirt by about 7 or 8 feet to the left. I mean, when you pick up a guy for a bucket of balls in a trade, this is what you expect. Oh, we hit another one. Braves just plunking guys today. Chapman will head on down to first. We can't beat them. Let's fight them. So the Ozzie Albies contract, as they go to look at Chapman, hopefully he's okay. I don't wish any ill will to him. I'm just making a joke. The ball hit him above the elbow, so he's probably okay. But you never know. Really surprised he doesn't wear any kind of guard on his elbow. It's very strange nowadays for a guy not to wear anything. But Ozzie Albies' contract, so the end of the contract is this year. But there's 2 club options for the 2026 and 27 season. If you pick up the option, it's $7 million. Which sounds like a lot, but it's really not for today's infielders. If you don't pick it up, you still have to pay him $4 million just not to play on the team. As the first pitch on the way from Dunning is outside wide, it's 1-0. So the idea that you're going to find someone with better output for $3 million is absurd, because we don't have anyone in the minor leagues that can fill the role. Is the 1-0 misses 2-0. And I honestly think that you can just say, hey, he's had a bad year. He'll probably come back much better next year. Is the 2-0. He's going to say that miss below the knees. It hit the bottom of the zone, but didn't get the call. 3-0. The 3-0 outside wide, ball 4. So that's why it's not likely that the Braves are going to not pick up because even if you say, hey, we're going to trade you, you're still going to pick it up so you can trade them. It makes 0 sense to pay someone $4 million not to play for you when the option to pick up is $3 million. I mean, just $3 more million. First pitch on the way to Schmidt is outside wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Right there at the knees, 1-1. So from a business standpoint, they're going to pick up his contract. The only way you wouldn't do it is if a guy had like a career-threatening injury and you just figure, well, we'll just scrap it. The 1-1. Dribbles it up the middle, backhanded by Ozzie. He'll throw it all the way across his body over to first. And a good defensive play by Ozzie Albies. 1 down. It was his only play to go. The ball was crossing over towards the shortstop side of the second base bag. But Allen and Ozzie were playing the right-hander to pull. So he was in no position to get the feed from Ozzie. And Ozzie's only real chance was to make that circus play, and he made it. First pitch on the way is 88 inside. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it into right field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes the throw from Eli, and it's 7-0 San Francisco. They'll go station to station as that ball was hit hard right at Eli White. So the runner at second stops at third, but it is 7-0. And the Giants get the extra point on the Falcons. Trina, you're talking about the different spins of the ball. That's why they say the guys that make it in the major leagues, their eyesight is so much better than your average human's eyesight. And the guys that make it to the Hall of Fame are even higher. We'll go over that when we come back. Pitching change. Dane Dunning is out. I thought I saw Aaron Bummer coming in. We'll be back in a flash. On this date, 1925, Lou Gehrig's grand slam is the difference in the Yankees' 11-7 victory over the Senators. The first baseman's bases juice jack is the first of a record 23 grand salamis that he will hit during his 17-year career. On this date, 1939, the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Dodgers 5-2 at Sportsman's Park using yellow dyed balls. The experiment with the colored sphere, designed to make the ball easier to see for players and the fans, started in Brooklyn last week and will be tested one more time in September at Wrigley Field. And on this date in 1941, the shift is born. White Sox manager Jimmy Dykes becomes the first to employ the defensive alignment against the Red Sox outfielder Ted Williams, who foils the plan when he goes 2 for 5, including a double in Boston's 10-4 loss at Fenway Park. The Chicago skipper will abandon this strategy when the Kid collects 4 hits and 10 at-bats in the 2-game series. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today.
Well, the season's finally here, and the players...
Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day, as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show, Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio. Welcome back. First pitch from Aaron Bummer to the right-handed bat of Patrick Bailey. Switch hitting catcher. It's 0-1. Runners on the corners, 1 out. The 0-1. Chops it back foul. It's 0-2. So when your average person of good eyesight has a 20/20 vision, the average baseball player, Major League Baseball player, the ones that get to the major leagues, they average at about 2012 or 2013 vision. It's the 0-2. Chopped back to Bummer. Bummer's got it. He'll throw it to first. Kind of a low throw, but Olsen keeps with it. Giants scored another run. It's 8-0. Ball came off of Bummer's glove as he tried to catch it in between, hot between the legs. When it rolled away, the runner at third decided to come home. Bummer knew the only play he had at that point was at first. The average Hall of Fame player, now they can't do this with everyone because they didn't test them all, but they're saying nowadays that the average Hall of Fame player typically starts off with a 28 vision, which is incredibly, I mean, we're talking about fighter pilot type of vision. Curve ball, chop back foul. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Braves trail 8-0. Gary says we're replaying last night's game. It's what it feels like, doesn't it? As the 0-2's in the dirt, 1-2. I'm assuming Gary was joking. It is 8-0. We lost last night, 9-0. The 1-2. Swing, slaps it foul. One thing they can't say about you, if you're an Atlanta Brave fan 2025, is that you're soft. This has been a season to endure. The 1-2 count. Swing, rips it into center field. That's through for a base hit. That's going to make it an even 9-0, just like last night. The runner at first with 2 outs. Bummer's like, screw it, trade me too. I'm done, man. Every time I come in, the bases are loaded or something, some version of that. One on, 2 outs. First pitch on the way, 91 in the corner. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it straight back. 0-2. 0-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing, chops it over short, and that'll end the inning. 6-4 on the putout. It's time to get up and stretch, Braves country. Probably get up and fix you a drink, even though it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves trail 9-0.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. 1, 2, 3. Me out to the ball game. Me out to the find me something up crack the jack.
Welcome back. I don't have the exact line that I'm thinking of in my head from Major League, but all I can think of when I look at the scorecard is 2 hits. All we got is 2 lousy hits. Can't remember how many hits they had whenever you talked about it, but 9 runs, 10 hits for the Giants. No runs, 2 hits for the Braves. And once again, all the writers will tell you it has nothing to do with their approach and that Tim Hyer is doing a fine job. I noticed the other night when Ronald Acuna Jr. made the comment of, he was basically praising the hitting coach, Tim Hyer, for helping him this year. It's the first time I've heard anyone have any high praise of the first pitch on the way. Outside for a ball, it's 1-0. And 3 of the writers ran with that and made stories out of it. The beat writers for the Braves. 1-0. Right there for a strike, it's 1-1. I'm like, man, could y'all be more in the bag? The fact that they do not, they don't write anything that isn't basically, the company line. The 1-1 chop foul, it's 1-2. 1-2 count. That's why when they make the comments that, you want to follow us because we're because we're in the know and we are close to the action. Is the 1-2 dribbled foul? You could be sitting on their lap, but you're still telling us lies. Yell, who we saw last night in the game again tonight, spelled Hjelle, the 1-2. That ball dribbled through the infield, and Eli White, if nothing else, he's having a good day. And it begs the question, why has he not been in the lineup more?
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us.
Eli White is now 2 for 2 and a hit by pitch. 2 of the 3 hits we've had today is Eli White. The other was Michael Harris. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen is a sinker. Down below, off the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1, righty, swing, bangs it back foul, it's 0-2. But it's the old saying, I mean, with the coverage that we get, it's the old saying, don't pee on my shoes and tell me it's raining. It's like, man, we can tell what's going on. Acuna's getting great advice from Hires because Acuna's just an elite batter. It doesn't matter if I was sitting next to him and saying, hey, man, you do you. That's what else do you have to do with Acuna or Olsen? 1-2 count. Down and away, 2-2. But I do believe all this is going to change next year because you're going to get a new leadership. You're going to get a new helm, and they're going to have a different way of looking at it. And sometimes it's not 1,000%. Is the 2-2? They're going to say he went around. Not sure about that one, but strike 3. I think Nick Allen is tired of arguing and no one else having his back, so he just said whatever. But you're going to get a new perspective because you can't put it all on the manager. I get it, but sometimes a manager's been around so long they just don't listen to him anymore. First pitch on the way is 94 inside. So 0-1. You see it all the time in football and in basketball, and it's happened in baseball. They just don't talk about it as much. It's because they all try to protect each other because it's the old guard protecting each other to keep each other employed, but it's a fact. The 0-1, inside 1-1. Whoever they hire, and I really hope they don't do what I think they're going to do, which is just promote Walt Weiss, be the same junk over and over again. I want someone with a new perspective coming in and a different way of doing things. The 0-2. Swing, chops it through the hole, and that'll be a base hit for Profar. So here we go. 2 on, 1 out is what I was trying to say. 1 out, 2 on.
They're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
But it's the first time in a long time that I can remember being excited for the trade deadline for a different reason. I want to see what kind of goodies we may get back to build a champion. Matt Olson, the batter, first pitch swinging. He'll slap it to left, and that's a base hit. And they're going to hold the runner, Eli, at third. I mean, that's really just because you're down 9.
Not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Freddie Gonzalez, I thought Tuiasa Sopo sucked at his job, but Freddie Gonzalez was holding him up before the ball even got to the outfielder. He is the most limp-wristed third base coach I have ever seen. First pitch on the way to Drake is outside wide. It's 1-0. And I know he got killed when he was the manager of the team right before Sticker took over, but I never thought of it being all his fault because He had a terrible cupboard. With 1-0, that ball's chopped down the line. That's a base hit, and it's a double. It's going to be a grounds rule double, and the Drake comes through, and the Braves put 2 on the board.
You don't like the Drake?
Let's go, Braves country!
Who's the Drake? The Drake is good.
Nothing else. Let's scare the crap out of them. That ball just snuck in the line, then bounced well before it got to the back wall. It kicked to the left and into the seats. First pitch on the way to Sean Murphy is a strike, about letter high. It's 0-1. So runners on second and third. 1 out. The 0-1. Swing. Chops that over to third. It's going to be a 5-3 put out, but the run does come home. Drake has to stay at second.
Call an emergency meeting.
But it's 9-3. You know, not for nothing, but if Ozzie clocks one right here, we're kind of back in it. I don't want to get their hopes too high, but if he clocks one, you're talking about knocking it down to a 4-run lead. You never know. First pitch on the way. Outside wide. It's 1-0.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Swing! That ball's popped up. Can of corn. Same old song. Ozzie Albies. He's 0 for. That's going to make him 0 for 4 with 7 pop-ups. We'll be back in a flash.
What's your favorite Bible story?
When Jesus made the water into wine.
Yes, that was a miracle, wasn't it?
Yes.
And what does the story about Jesus making the water into wine teach us?
When you run out of wine, get on your knees and pray.
I understood the assignment. Did the assigner of the assignment understood who they were assigning the assignment to? You know, you have to ask the assigner on that one. Personally, I don't think they did any research. Yeah.
Hi, y'all. It's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is ammonia. Hey, can you come outside? I'm on your porch.
I hate girls with pretty eyes. Y'all can get away with anything. I can't look at Shorty's eyes if she stares at me. Where's my pants? They're gone.
I want to face the best, and Maddox was the best. Greg was the type of pitcher where you had to be perfect, and you had to accept what he gave you. And if you weren't willing to accept what he gave you, you were going to fail every time.
Strike 3 call, inside corner at the knees.
He was able to change speeds in a way to mechanically mess your swing up.
Bonds was out in front, and as soon as he cut his swing loose, he knew he was in trouble and had been fooled by the motion on Greg's delivery.
But he was a genius. Probably one of the smartest pitchers I ever faced. Period.
Bonds has a good idea at how he goes about facing Maddox.
Almost like Maddox, Bonds' approach is built on a pitch-to-pitch basis and figuring out the odds and what's coming. Both Maddox and Bonds are thinking, can I outthink the other guy? It was the chess match between the batter and the pitcher.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Looking forward.
Oh, shut up, Chipper. You don't know what you're talking about. First pitch on the way is a strike right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 95 off the plate. Devers trying to go for his 3rd home run of the game. 1-1. Dylan Lee, your pitcher. The 1-1. Swing, chops it foul. 1-2. 1-2 count. Lefty-lefty matchup. And that's going to be strike 3. I don't know what in the world that was. Did that pitch count? Smurf was like, just throw something because he was running out of pitch clock. He did call him out. Devers is a little confused. I don't know why Devers tried to drop a bunt with 2 strikes. Well, that's one way to prevent him from hitting 3 home runs. Get him to drop a bunt with 2 strikes. All right, whatever. I think he was as confused as Smurf was, because Smurf kept changing the sign as the first pitch on the way as a swing and a miss, strike on the slider. It's 0-1. And finally, Murph just put his hands up like, all right, well, then throw something. Is basically what he's trying to say. I don't give a damn anymore. Just throw something. The 0-1 down and away, 1-1. And Lee just fired a pitch because he knew the pitch clock was dying down. And maybe that's why Devers got confused. I don't understand the bunt thing. The 1-1. 1-2. Fastball on the inside track. Maybe he thought that it was getting called. But it did not get called. He must have just gotten rid of the ball in time. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. So it's an unorthodox way of doing it, but 2 strikeouts to start the inning. Top of the 8th. And way back when, we thought that was our inning. Back in April, we had a couple of good. If we can get 3 or 4 8th innings left in this game, I think we got a real shot. Wisely is now at the plate. He's in for Chapman. So Chapman, he must be showing some effects from the elbow. Either that or they're like, it's 9-3. There's no point of putting you out there again. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. It must have been bothering me. He did play defense in the 8th inning, or the 7th inning, excuse me. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Dylan Lee. I mean, I'd miss him, but what kind of haul could we get for Dylan Lee in a trade? The 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. The 2-2. Caught looking strike 3. Dylan Lee comes in and strikes out the side. We'll talk about Dylan Lee's contract when we come back. If they trade him, they can get a haul. We'll be back in a flash.
Body is a temple. Ancient, cursed, crumbling, probably filled with something evil.
You only hear of a hen, a rooster, and a chicken. Something's missing.
Something's missing, all right.
They're all chickens. The rooster has sex with all of them.
That's perverse.
Is there anything more stressful than when people are not following the secret imaginary schedule you have in your head?
So I work at your bank, and I just want to let you know you don't have any Black Friday money. You don't have any Cyber Monday money. You don't have any Taco Tuesday money. You don't have any Wacky Wednesday money. Just stay in the house.
And here comes Barry Bonds.
So, I mean, first inning, it's kind of too early to pitch around somebody. So you're going to try to get him out.
Well, Bonds chased that first pitch.
Ooh, jam, fastball. What was that, 92?
Pretty good cutter that beat him. I'm feeling okay about throwing that pitch.
So he's going to try to float a changeup or some that little floater away. Because he thinks I'm going to speed up because they jammed me.
The cutter beat him, so I thought he would speed up. I threw a changeup, and he spit on it.
It's his changeup. I didn't even try. I just knew it. And now we're playing chess. He knows he can't beat me inside.
Experience has taught me that he's probably looking in. Back then, I didn't know it.
And most of the time, I was always waiting for that 92 end back over the plate, and I'm just praying for it.
Bonds hits one high to right field and deep.
And there it goes. Can't come in the well twice, buddy. And Greg knows, because I always have this saying, you cannot come in the penthouse without an invite.
I mean, that's a good pitch, believe it or not. It's an executed pitch, but obviously it's the wrong pitch to throw. That's one you got to put in the memory bank and try not to ever throw it right there again to him.
Welcome back, Braves country. Bottom of the 8th we go. Michael Harris leads us off. And Lucchesi, who we saw him last night as well, they already know what actors they want to use when they're pounding us. The left-hander steps in. The 1-0 misses down and in 2-0. Dylan Lee, and don't get me wrong, he has done a great job. But if you want to talk about getting a return on a guy, he, after this season, is still arbitration eligible for 3 more years. The 2-0, swing chopper over to second, easy 4-3 put out, and Harriet's down, 1 down. 3 more seasons, and you talk about if you trade him to like a contender, someone who knows that they're going to contend for the next several years, which is why the Braves won't trade him. But I'm just putting it out there, if you did trade him, man, he's not a free agent until 2029. You could probably fix a lot of problems with that. First pitch on the way to Alvarez is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. And if you could tell me we could get a prospect that we think could start at shortstop next year, I'd say swing for it. Go for it. Let's go. The 0-1. Alvarez takes it high. That's a 9-3 strike with 1 out in the 8th. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Brings it. Swing, pops it up. That ball is going to die in the glove of the second baseman. A very shallow right field just past the dirt. 2 down. Two up, 2 down. And now Eli White. We get out of the dead part of the lineup, and Eli White comes to the plate. First pitch on the way is a curveball up top. For a strike, it's 0-1. Standing on deck is Marcell Ozuna. The 0-1. Swing, rattles it foul. It's 0-2. Off day tomorrow, and then a reminder, the Braves, Rangers, 8:05 first pitch on Friday night. And then the Giants and Mets are a part of our Freaky Friday double feature. We'll catch that game in progress right after the Braves Rangers. The 0-2. Swing, chops it over towards third, but it's foul. We'll do it again. That game is obviously in San Francisco because of the late start time. Should be a fun one. 2 teams fighting for playoff contention. Clay Holmes is set to pitch for the Mets. The Giants have not announced their starting pitcher yet. The 0-2. Check swing went around. Strike 3. Well, Braves go down in order. We'll be back in a flash. They teased us. They scored 3 runs. I said, man, that's good. We'll be back. Top of the 9th we go, trailing by 6.
That's my puppy dog. This is my puppy dog. He's a cute puppy dog, and I love that puppy dog a lot.
Mom, can you believe they're still together? Who? After all the they've been through? Who? Your butt cheeks.
It's gonna be one of those days. The voices in my head are fighting, my imaginary friend is running with scissors, and at one point, one of my personalities wandered off.
Did you blow bubbles when you were a kid?
Yeah? Is that like a trick question?
No, I just ran into him today. He asked for your number.
Whether he was drinking beer, eating hot dogs, or crushing home runs, Babe Ruth was a legend. So here are some of his most ridiculous stats. His 60 home runs in 1927 were 14% of the Major League Baseball total for that season. There is not one person in MLB right now who's accounting for 14% of the home run total, period. The league average in 1921 was 59 home runs per team. The same total Babe Ruth hit all by himself. He batted over 350 8 times, won a batting title in 1924, and hit as high as 393 in 1923. Was anyone more dominant than the great Bambino during their career? You tell me in the comments.
He just had a style to him like nobody.
Ricky was Ricky.
Ricky was Ricky.
He was a hot dog. He loved being a hot dog. That means people paid attention. Hits a homer, pop the collar.
Today, I'm the greatest of all time.
He's charismatic.
He was an innovator. He's got it! It still resonates with me.
He was a source of entertainment. I went to the games to watch what Ricky did. He changed the whole game. Just watching him style around was a show.
He came up at a time when there was a behavioral code.
You gotta understand, old school, if you showed up, you got thrown at. But with Ricky, I don't think he fed off anybody. I think he was his own man.
Please like and subscribe today. It helps us bring you more. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Eyeglasses comes on and fires the first pitch for a ball to the Yaz. Mike Yastrzemski, it's 1-0. Yaz is 0 for 2 on the day, 2 walks and a run. 1-0, check swing, goes around, 1-1. 1-1 count. Iglesias brings it. Swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line, but foul into the upper deck. But plenty to the right of the pole. 9-3 your score, top of 9. The 1-2. Chops it foul. We'll do it again. The 1-2 pitch. Caught looking, strike 3 on the outer edge. 4-seam fastball. That pitch was off the plate. It's 9-3 in the 9th, and that's the call. 1 down. It's not even as close as it looked on your screen. It was 2 to 3 inches off the plate. It was framed about where they called it on your screen. First pitch on the way to Schmidt is popped up. Can of corn over to first. Matt Olson's underneath it. 2 down. Two up, 2 down, top of the 9th. First pitch on the way to Dominic Smith, who's 1 for 3, is in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Change up. Did he go around? He did not. 2-0. Looking at the doubleheader schedule coming near future is the 2-0s. Check swing, 2-1. We got the Mets and Giants Friday night. Next Friday, it's a doubleheader of Braves Reds, the early game we were talking about on that Friday afternoon. And then we're going to catch the Cubs Orioles in progress at Wrigley. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Friday, August 8th, you've got the Braves Marlins followed by Red Sox Padres, the 2-2. Caught looking changeup at the knees, and that'll end the inning. Very questionable calls The Braves are going to make a comeback. They're going to have to swing the bat because home plate umpire Ryan Wills is calling them wide and low.
This 40-year life must be so boring. No, I just picked up my grocery order and there were no substitutions or out-of-stock items, so...
Why do white people make their edibles so strong?
Well, as one of these mayonnaise complected individuals, I can answer this. We were bored and we can't jump, so we had to contribute to society somehow.
Why am I tasting colors?
Because you've just about reached enlightenment. Now, there is something special about the flavor of the color number purple 7.
If you're not visiting family for Thanksgiving solely because they didn't vote the way you wanted them to vote, you are a low vibration.
For several years in the National League, this was looked upon as the best pitcher in the league against the best hitter in the league matchup.
So August 6, 1999.
We know he's not going to bunt. He's just taking a strike and probably trying to mess with Chipper down at third base. Who knows?
And see, I'm trying to stay level with that. I'm really actually just trying to hit it through the hole because you can't do anything with that pitch.
Kind of see his ass go out a little bit. Kind of know he's looking in. But one of my strengths is the two-seamer in, so I still have to throw that because that's what I'm good at.
Now the 1-2.
That's his pitch. And see right here, I'm locked up. And he's a technician though, man. He's so great.
Probably a strike to the other 100 guys in the league, but not Barry.
That's a ball. He knows it, but that's okay.
That one missed. Eddie did a good job of selling it. He got Bobby in the dugout.
Bobby, I love him.
That's kind of funny. We used to love hearing Bobby scream in the dugout.
Maddox is a master at mixing speeds.
See, I rolled over it. And that right there is because he came back at me twice, he sped me up.
I'm just glad he hit it fair, you know? I mean, you make your pitch and you hope he doesn't foul it off or you have to throw another one.
He wins that battle. And that pitch, I should have went the other way.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. I don't always get a chance to look at the comments, but I looked over a second ago and saw Gary's about not changing his underwear until we're at 500, man. I don't know if y'all can hear me in the background, but I broke out laughing. If you can't laugh through a season like this, you're never going to make it. Marcell Ozuna, the batter. In for Nick Allen. First pitch on the way. Swing, pops it up. Rogers is in. That ball's going to bounce just out of play. It's 0-1. Tyler Rogers, submarine pitcher. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. He's a true submarine pitcher. He's one of the few left in baseball. 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2. It'll be Ozuna, and then unless they pinch hit, Profar and Olsen. The 1-2. Slaps it back foul. We'll do it again. I mean, how long does this go on till they just tell Sticker, dude, don't get on the plane, man. It's over for you. Are they going to make him ride this thing out? The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. I really felt like they missed the opportunity a month or so ago to fire him in the middle of the season, put a charge into the team. The 2-2. Out wide, 3-2. And you could have worded it however you wanted to word it. You could have had him step down and say for family reasons, whatever. To save face. The payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. That pitch almost hit him. The pitch almost hit him and he called it a strike. And nothing from the dugout.
This sucks. And it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything because I'm a class act.
I mean, if you're not going to stick up for your batters, you're just worthless. The only thing a manager really has to do is to lead the locker room. And it's comical. What's even more comical are the people that defend that knucklehead. The 0-1. Swung on, chops it foul. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch on the way. Swing. That ball's laced into right center field. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Jurickson Profar rounding first, heading to second, and he's got a one-out double. Good piece of hitting by Profar. Profar, pro good.
They're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Second hit of the day for the Jerk Store, and the first pitch on the way to Olsen is a swing and a miss at the sinker. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 swing. That ball's hammered into left field. Caught by Ramos. 2 down. Hard hit ball hit right on the screws, but right at Ramos. And it's up to Drake Baldwin. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. 84, top of the zone. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Right there, top of the zone. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Baldwin's going to take his timeout. Braves are down to their last strike. Baldwin 1 for 4 with a 2-run double in the 7th. One of the few bright spots in the Braves offense today. The 0-2. Rogers brings it. Misses high. 1-2. Tyler Rogers, by the way, you don't see this a lot from the Submariners. He's 6'3". The 1-2. Swing, chops it back towards the mound. It's going to be a tough play, but they'll get him 6-3 on the putout. Got under the glove of Rogers, and that'll end the inning. That'll end the game. That'll end the series. The Braves get walloped. The last 2 games of the series, 18-3 after winning the first game 9-4. A lot of questions to answer in Braves country. Mainly, who needs to lead this team in 2026? Because whoever it is, they're not in the dugout right now. Y'all have a great night, Braves country. We'll see you Friday. And time to take on the Texas Rangers. Friday, noon Eastern. We'll see you Country Club for the Braves country today. Maybe we'll have good news. Maybe there'll be some trades made by then. They do have a day off, and that's a perfect time to pull off those trades. Y'all have a great night, a great day. Braves lose a tough one. Don't let it ruin your day. 9-3 your score. We'll see you on Friday. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.